Alright. So, yesterday I explored the rest of Whiterun. I did this whole part right here where I find the guy's goat. I still need to go get this sword fixed.
Got eyes like a cat. You catch mice too.
Okay. Too bad you can't just spawn, like, or not spawn, but let's travel into that castle.
Lightning strike.
Castle's on fire!
Quick, no!
Turn about again. Alright, set the stable afire. They'll calm me down. Put it out.
Oh,
Oswin? Where's Oswin? Anyone seen him?
Believe I saw him heading to the stable.
What?
Fire. You blind? Nobody willing to put it out?
Ain't that simple. Most are afraid. Baron flies into a rage. He takes no prisoners.
My brother's in the stable! We've got to save him! He'll burn alive! Him and the horses!
I'll try.
See what I can do.
Hurry now! Quick!
What will you say now? Next one.
Damn it, lots of smoke. Gotta hurry.
Over here! Can't get out! Roof collapsed!
Coming to get you.
Oh, I didn't have to open the doors or anything.
Ha 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 ha! We've a hero in our midst! You've earned yourself a barrel of Lyrian!
Lyrian?
I know your wife miscarried. Was that before or after you beat her to a pulp?
What the fuck are you suggesting?
Don't play me for a fool. You'd been beating them for years. Finally, they'd had enough and fled. Sound about right?
Sounds about right.
Ah!
They ran from you, didn't they?
Lying prick! Ah!
There you go. Pick up, pick up.
We need to talk.
I need to repair my stuff though. Too.
Sit down. You beat them.
I never laid a finger on Tamara. Not once.
And on Anna?
That's another story. She always knew how to spark my ire.
You knew they ran away.
You knew they had run away from the start.
Yes, I knew.
Why didn't you tell me? Wasted my time.
Say I had. Say I'd said I had troubles. Couldn't control my wife, my daughter. What kind of flaccid prick would you take me for?
How did they flee? What happened?
Tell me everything you remember about the day they fled. The truth this time.
I'd been soaking myself 3 days straight. Anna came to me, said they were leaving. I begged them to stay. She refused to hear it. I tried to stop her. She wriggled like an eel. We struggled. She fell. Last blasted thing I remember. Woke up in the morn, breeches heavy with my own piss. A large bump on my head. Sadly, they were gone. Know what that's like, Witcher? No. How the fuck could you? I was left with nothing. Nothing! Only the bottle.
What happened next?
What happened next?
Next. It only got worse.
He drank more.
I awoke at sunset, not knowing how many days had passed. Thought it was all a ploughing, drunken nightmare. And then I went to the bedchamber, and Anna was not there. Instead, there was blood everywhere. I knew she'd miscarried. My breath short, my throat locked. I neared the bed and saw it. It lay there, a tiny thing, defenseless, on bloodied sheets, dead. And it was my doing.
What did he do with the child?
Maybe you're doing, maybe not. But that amulet she wore could be important. Or maybe the fact that she lost it. What did you
Look
do
at his
with
hat.
the child?
Though Hannah
What
said,
was I to do? Took it out and buried it.
Just like that?
Damn you! I gave no thought to a funeral. It was a horror. I wanted it to end. That child had been my dream. I told Anna, the little one, our little one, to make things right. Yet she died before she could be born. Understand, Witcher? My child was dead.
together, man.
Get hold of yourself. Men like you, when they break down, look downright pathetic.
You're a heartless bastard.
Mutations worked then. But here's the good news. Your dead child might help us find the one who's still alive. And your wife.
What? How?
The botchling.
Sometimes miscarried fetuses, if they don't get a proper burial, turn into botchlings.
Into fucking what?
Let me explain.
A cursed creature that draws strength from killing pregnant women. Once it's strong enough, it attacks those who scorned it.
But how? How does it know?
Blood ties. They're a strong bond. A bond I want to use to find your family.
How?
One of two ways. Legends claim you can bury a botchling under the family's threshold, perform a ritual, and turn it into a lubberkin. That's a sort of, hob, a guardian spirit that could lead me to your family.
And the other way?
Kill it. Again.
We kill it and draw some blood. Take that to the Peller and he does the rest.
Do not kill my child. It's suffered enough already. Lift the curse that it may finally rest in peace.
Where'd you bury the fetus?
Whatever we do, we gotta find the botchling first.
I'll show you where I buried her, and I'll dig the grave at my threshold.
If it turns out we can't transform the botchling into a lubberkin, they can bury us in it. Handy either way.
I need to get my sword.
Need to tend to something first.
Be
Fix.
quick.
Sober up.
I need to get this sword fixed first. I need to get everything fixed.
Get out of my sight. Hold me ears.
Wouldn't mind.
Griffin boots. I think I already have. I think I might have the boots already. Griffin armor. I don't know which ones I have already. I need to repair this stuff anyways. So I'll repair that too. It's all my stuff now. Okay, got the boots. I got the pants also. Okay, so far that's good so far. Like that. Leave that alone. Okay, I got the boots, I got the chest armor, I need the gauntlets. I already got the trousers done too. Okay, got that stuff done. Okay.
So long.
Okay, at least he got that much done. For me. Need to
Well.
talk to...
Ready?
Let's go.
The sooner we
Then wait here with me.
get word to the common folk. ought to stay in their homes tonight and draw a line of salt outside their doors.
Do I take a shovel to dig up the grave?
Take it. You'll need it, but not for that.
Protect yourself. Just in case. Use the pants, the shoes, that, and then gloves. Then I need the swords also.
A bit further. Follow me.
First one's right. Watchlings. Axie. Okay, yeah, I already have it.
You give the child a name?
No. Why would we?
Mistake. Names are powerful seals.
Here's the spot.
Chose a lovely spot.
Damn it, will you relent? I'm ploughing now I've done wrong.
Yep.
Good. The grave's dug up
Empty.
and empty.
What's that mean?
30 out.
Botchlings on the prowl.
Look!
Take it in your arms, quick.
And if it goes Garrity, it'll bite us in the arse before we know it.
Keep screaming and it will turn rabid. It's calm for now.
Bloody hell. What happens when it gets ploughing restless?
It'll bite through your jugular and you'll bleed to death before I can help. Tell me if it starts wriggling. I'll calm it with magic. Pick it up. Take it in your arms.
Merciful gods!
Back to the fortress.
What? With this?
As I recall, you were the one wanted to test the old legends, change it into a lubberkin.
Oh, fuck.
Let's see if we can though.
Spectres. Botchling's scent attracted them.
Something. Pest, take me! It's writhing something fierce! Can't hold it! Oh. Quiet now. But what do you want to do with it?
Me? Nothing. This is your job. Told you, gotta bury it under the threshold. If the tales are true, by tomorrow it'll be a lubberkin. From then on, it'll watch over your house and help me find your family.
I think there's another attack here.
Need to hurry.
On with this. We're not going to forgive others.
Hey, how much the camera angle needs to change?
Squirming again. It worked. It stopped.
Chosen a name?
No,
So think of one. It's important.
it's a girl. What would Anna have named her?
Anna Jr. I don't know. How about Lily?
What now?
Repeat after me. By the powers of earth and sky.
By the powers of earth and sky.
By the world that was to be your home.
By the world that was to be your home.
Forgive me, you who came, but who I did not embrace.
Forgive me. You who came, but who I did not embrace.
I name thee, say her name, and embrace thee as my daughter.
I name thee Dea, and embrace thee as my daughter.
Good. Now bury the body.
Wait, when did they bury that? Or when did they make the hole?
What now?
In 1 day's time, Dea should turn into a lubberkin. I'll stay here and wait. You go home.
I'll wait with you.
Out of the question.
But that's my child. The guilt, the responsibility for all this lies with me.
Time for parental impulses? It's long past. Besides, nothing else you can do here.
But
No buts. Just Witcher's work left to do here. Gotta wait a day and a night for the botchling to turn into a lubberkin. That's it. Go home. And try not to drink yourself stupid again.
Sit and wait.
By blood's power I summon you. With your name I beseech you.
Dea.
Hear my call and arise, Dea. Lead me to those bound to you by blood.
Remember right? They didn't go that far.
Help! Wizardry!
You hear the sergeant took a let me live.
Sure wasn't lavender they kept in there. Might be worth looking around, though. Horseshoe. No way a pitch burner could afford a horse. A bracelet. One of them must have dropped it. Clothing. They change in here? Both were here. I'm going the right way. Wants to show me something more.
And this thing... Wish it would stay still though. I keep moving left and right.
Necrophages had a field day. Still worth a closer look. Examine that horse carcass.
Here we go.
What do we have here?
Bones.
Bones have been here a while.
Saddle.
Chewed on the saddle. Necrophages will eat anything these days.
Ribs.
Giant claws. Wasn't a necrophage made these marks.
Legs.
Horseshoes missing. Is this the animal that lost one in the smokehouse?
And then a head.
Head torn clear off. Takes incredible strength.
Let's summarize.
Must have been attacked by a powerful beast. Surprised him. Hope they got away. Trail goes on. Good thing it doesn't end here.
If I find that here, then I would imagine that they died or something. Most likely.
That stench.
Alright.
take a closer look.
Who's that? The room. Go on now.
What you seek here, sir? Our hut's out of the way. Woeful. We has nothing. We knows nothing.
Just need information. Looking for 2 women, the Bloody Baron's wife and daughter.
Not a soul have been here, sir.
Sure? Not even passing through? Daughter's medium height, about 20. Her mother's thin, about 40. Seen them?
That sir came at night, right, Mummy? Quiet, boy.
Bro, we'll see what happened to her.
Where'd the girl go? Your son said enough, no point in playing dumb anymore.
Sorry, sir.
Yep.
But you don't look like one of our father's men.
Because I'm not. I'm looking for Tamara and her mother. I need to know if they're alive and safe.
Tamara is, hi. She's to my brother's place in Oxenford. But Mrs. Anna, that's another tale. Though anywhere's better than to Crow's Perch with a baron.
That is true.
Why?
Cause he beat her, sir. Beat Mrs. Anna, I means. Everyone knew, but not a one lifted a finger for to stop it.
Where's the Baron's wife?
What happened to Tamara's mother?
Twere like this. I was awaiting in the old smokehouse with horses. Cold as hell and so dark, couldn't see past 2 ells in front of you. Moon had risen high, and still they hadn't come. Began to fear some demon had snatched him. But finally, they came forth, and we sets off towards the river. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a gale arose. Thought it'd tear my head off. And those damn birds, swarms of them coursing o'er the woods, raising a racket to make your ears bleed. Mrs. Anna screamed, bent over into herself. Tamara knelt down, gripped her arms. 'Twere then I saw it. Fiery marks on her hands.
Oh, tell me about these marks.
What marks?
These, well, like burned on with hot iron. On the palms, inside.
Burned? Like a cattle brand?
Aye, though these wasn't black scars scabbed over. They's hot and glowing, as if they burned with raw fire.
What happened next?
Fine. What happened next?
Grew even darker. Seemed someone had put out the stars. Crickets all went silent of a sudden, and then, from the woods, a roar. Broke out in a cold sweat, and before I could catch my breath, a beast jumped out of the woods, big as a barn, with horns and 2 burning coals for eyes. I thought I was done for. Beast attacked Mrs. Anna's horse, ripped its head off, carried her off into the woods. Our horses, mine and Miss Tamara's, got spooked and tore off willy-nilly. 'Twere the only reason we escaped.
The miss wanted to go back for her mother, but my wife pleaded, said she'd die out there alone. Miss Tamara agreed not to go.
Why help them at all? You risked a lot.
I did that. Owed Miss Tamara. 3 moons passed, a fever gripped my boy. We thought he was done for. Tamara learnt it. Brought food and salves. We're poorer than dirt itself. She saved my boy. No 2 ways about it. Me, myself, I'd have never dared to help. But my missus told me a time of war and contempt's come. A time of folk gone wrong. We needs to repay good with good. Who stands by idly does evil as if.
Married a wise woman.
Yeah.
Crying shame we couldn't save Mrs. Anna in the end.
Thanks for your help.
Thanks for your help.
The lady. She'll be all right in the end.
I'll do what I can to see that she is. So here our paths diverge. Thank you, Dea. Go in peace.
Oxenford, where's that at? I can't even go over there. You have to get a pass from that dude. Wait, I've been here but never went to notice boards, or there's another contract.
Move it!
Kinda glad I bought the saddlebags early on. I think in the other my other game I ended up having to drop a lot of stuff. I need to tell him and he gives me a pass.
Ask a service of the Witcher, the Pella must. A witcherly service, that's to say.
What do you need? Tell me.
A man who fears no evil, the Forefathers' Eve is nigh. We've rites to conduct. Wandering souls to emerge.
Damned
souls too. We've the circle to protect from thee.
Seems like you could use a witcher.
You'd not refuse. The Pella knew. The time's come. Across the lake we must journey. To Fyke Isle. There in the circle of stones we shall meet.
The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight.
Remember me?
Stable hand pulled you out of the fire.
We'll never forget that. Here, I'm grateful.
Come on. There you go. Oh wait, I thought he was in here.
Got eyes like a cat.
Got Oz, the cat's
Witcher,
eyes.
A
Doll's
word,
eyes.
please.
What is it?
What is it?
That night when the Baron ordered everyone to lock their doors, stay inside. What did you and the Baron do?
Gotta ask the Baron about that. Speaking of which, know where he is?
Garden. Spends a lot of time sitting there of late.
Drunk.
No. Don't drink, don't eat. Just sits.
Huh. It is weird.
There you are.
See the hollyhock there? The violet blooms. Brought the plants here from Nazaire.
Nazaire.
Anna had read some story. Insisted on having them. Spent hours tending to them, trimming, pruning. She was so content at that. And them, the frilly ones, are called birds of paradise in Zerrikania. But Tamara called them dragons of paradise. She adored them. Damn shame I'll never learn which blooms would please Daya most. Though it's good to know her spirit's free.
Gotta talk to.
Got some information about your family.
You've learned something? Well, let's go inside. It's a bit chilly out. Any news for me?
Your daughter's in Oxenfurt.
What the blazes? She all right? In good health? Safe? Why haven't you brought her back?
Never offered to do that.
How do you know she's safe? You see her at least?
No, but I talked to the man who helped her escape and then took her in. Tamara is safe and sound. From what I gathered, she has no desire to see you again, no intention to return.
I shan't trust some peasant dolt. I shan't trust whoever it is helped her. I need to know for certain she's safe. Go to her. You must be sure. See her yourself. I shan't believe anyone else.
Yeah, I'll go.
That much I can do.
I'm grateful. Take this. Call it enticement. And this might prove useful.
What is it?
A letter of safe conduct. Ever since the Redanians took hold of the Pontard Delta, they made it damned hard to get to Novigrad without one. Very well. You were to find them both. What of Anna? Learned anything?
Nothing yet, but I'm on her trail.
Well, what are you waiting for?
For you to tell me about Ciri, like we agreed.
Fine. A word once given. When Ciri was on the mend, we took her out on a hunt. Thought a bit of galloping would warm up her limbs, gone stiff from so much bed rest.
Huh.
That lass of yours, pure luck in the flesh. To hunt down a wild boar that size, why, worthy of one of King Foltest's feasts, where he's still among the living. Ciri, come! Hull Haunt should be yours as I see it.
Oh, you done well, lass.
Not bad. Not bad at all. But who goes boar hunting with a sword?
No bow at hand, no spear. My sword was all I had.
Well, you brandished it beautifully. Where'd they teach you that, anyway?
On the road.
A little here, a little there.
Not surprising, given you wander the world alone.
Not alone no more. She's in the company now.
That's right. You're a member of the company. We're drinking together, killed a wild boar as a pack, you might say. But we've no notion how you arrived here. A woman in a man's garb, razor on her back. Who exactly are you? You a mercenary?
Just a traveler.
I just travel a lot. And I don't always happen upon such good and civil company.
Ah, gift of the gab she's got. Here's to good company.
To good company.
This I like. Drinks like a lad, knows her sword work, kills a boar as if it were a piglet. A she-wolf, if ever I've seen one.
All right, all right. A woman could swing a sword. I've knowed one. But never seen a lady mount anything but a cock proper. All tipsy on horseback. Nothing strange on account they bloody mount them sideways.
Perhaps you'd care to wager?
Think you can outrun me on an horse? Naturally. What's the stake?
Black mare. The one in the stable.
Oh, that won't do at all.
What's the problem?
Well, that's an awfully gloomy face. Too much of a coward to race a woman?
The horse is mine.
To race the Baron himself. I'd consider it an honor.
Oh, that'd be a sight to behold.
Would it ever?
Done. But if I win, I take your sword.
Agreed.
I'd not drink any more this night. You'll want your head about you. We start at daybreak. Day dawns.
Ready?
As ever. First one to the tower.
Man chop! Come on, silly, don't you embarrass us!
Your sword is mine!
That'll be the day.
Kick it!
Show how it's done!
Want that horse, don't ya?
Had one just like it.
Move it! Move it!
Come on, lass! Your sword!
Damn it! By a hair!
See that? Not nearly as
Congratulations.
unnecessary. Better you bid your sword farewell. Well? What?
Another chance to win.
She screamed like a madwoman. In an instant, all had forgotten the wager. Every man ran to save his skin, even were it to break his neck.
And they make it?
Some, aye. Others were not so fortunate. But what happened then? I must say, Witcher, seen a lot, but nothing like this. Never.
Uh-oh. I know that look.
You're a fast learner. You'll know the rest once you find my wife.
Working on it.
And making piss-poor progress.
They split up. Hadn't considered that possibility before. But don't worry. I'll find Anna too. So long.
Got any vodka?
Wait, Witcher! When you find my daughter, will you give her this?
A ragdoll.
Uh-huh.
Went to the village for the levy, and that one hard banged a lass. So the bloody Baron ripped him a new one. Sure.
Baron Schmarren. Some peasant lad.
Come on.
Neckers surface here. Dig their way out.
Oh!
Greetings.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock. Farewell.
Fuck.
Stay out of my way.
Oh! Black Temeria's no Temeria at all.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of steam. Halt! No passage.
Case of the plague surface in the city or something?
The plague? No. We're to not let folk in the city. It's an order, so I don't, unless someone's got a pass.
This what you mean?
Let me look at that. Missing a seal. The red one.
Impossible.
Department of Civil Defence forgot again. They're really off their heads these days. Happens, so be it. You may come through.
Come through.
In a hurry. You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of steam.
Eternal fire walk with you.
We don't...
Do I look like any of the people from that list?
Doesn't hurt to check, just so it's clear out.
So what did they do to you, the students from...
Rather not talk on it, all right? What's your poison?
Mind it. You play Gwent?
Not with just anybody, and always that.
I'll play on your